Twitch, so I'm launching Streamlabs as well. Cool. Back to the grind. I got my coffee now though, so that's cool. Wait. What happened to my my camera stopped? Okay, there we go. I need to get better equipment. This is insane. It'll make work tolerable. What do you mean? Make work tolerable? Right. Man, that is loud. Oh yeah, for sure. I have to like... Oh man. I'll probably end up drinking coffee all day, to be honest. Because I'm not a stranger to like going to work with no sleep. It happens occasionally. And normally when that happens, I'm drinking caffeine all day. It's hot right now. Just waiting for it to cool down. Okay. Yeah, that is true. It makes it manageable, but it doesn't make it completely fun. Oh, nice. But it's a, oh my gosh, stop. It's, what is it, Wednesday morning right now. Why am I getting all these notifications right now? It's Wednesday morning, so can I ask, hold on. Can I ask what you're doing up this late on a Wednesday? Unless you just like don't have any like obligations tomorrow. They're everywhere. Typically, oh my gosh. Ugh. Typically a night owl watching the electric dude. Yeah, I'm a night owl as well. Unfortunately, I have a job that requires me to be up super early. And work through the day. If I could just work night shifts, I think I would. I'm cooked. Darn. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? Welcome back. Every time I look at your name, I don't know if I forget how to pronounce it, but it gives me minor anxiety attack. I'm doing good too. can't complain too much. And you said I would a couple night shifts a week, but I prefer to use the time to stream or chill work. Yeah. See, I'm the same. That's kind of. It'd be cool to. It'd be cool to stream full time someday. I would just like sleep all day and stay up all night because that's just what I prefer. But I don't know. Man, what am I? He's trying to run me over. I don't know what I'm supposed to do right now. Yeah, my regular work hours, I have to be at work, like, to start the day at 6:30. And then it's kind of weird. I work for an hour until 7:30, come home for like an hour and a half. And then I go back to work at 9:30. I have to be there at 9:30 for the rest of the day. And I get out at around like 3 p.m. Yeah, it's a little weird. It's doable though. I come home for lunch. Lunch is like 11:30 to 1 p.m. and I live like 15 minutes from where I work, so I just come home for lunch. Yeah, it's still hot. It's kind of annoying. I think one of the worst things about staying up all night is throughout the entirety of the day, I have like really bad muscle cramps and heartburn. And coffee definitely doesn't help with heartburn, but it is worth it. Stop. Is that grenade gonna? Yeah. I don't even see it. Oh. Yeah. I mean, pretty much all drinks with caffeine are gonna contribute to the heartburn. Oh my gosh. This is insane. This mission just started too. Yeah, I would assume so. I don't see your comments. I've responded to everyone so far, and I haven't seen anything. Oh man, stop. He said, "That's what I'm saying. That mission went from 0 to 100 real quick." Yeah, that's what an ambush will do. Ouch. Yeah, I don't. TikTok has some really weird filter thing, where like simple comments get filtered out for some reason. Stop. Okay, well, if I can make a run for it. No. They shot me into the wall. I was running, and then I just took a left turn and ran into the wall. Yeah, so I think that's the move, is to just kind of run this way. Okay, I can. Nice. Alright, so that's... Stop! 11 in the afternoon to 12 to 1 in the morning. 11 in the afternoon, 12. Oh, roughly 12 to 1. Okay, so that's like... I can't do math right now because I'm like dead tired. Wait, 11... So that's more than 12 hours, isn't it? It's like a 13, 14 hour shift. Oh my god. That's insane. I think the most I've ever worked. Actually, I wouldn't even know. I've worked some crazy shifts also. Oops. You fish for your job? Nice. That's fun. I haven't gotten fishing in a long time. Commercial fishing. Yeah, it's been years since I've gone fishing. Alright, making a run for it. Making a run for it. Okay. So what if I just... No, that is not the move. Pulling in nets and fishing rods. Not fishing rods. Do you like, you go out on a boat, I assume? Real frustrating. Alright, so what if I do my original plan of picking these guys off? Right. It's really tough work. I wish I would have never picked it as a career, but it pays really well. Yeah, I mean, sometimes... Oh, the gate's open. Sometimes doing a job you don't really like is manageable if you're making good money, because you can use that money to do what you like. At least that's how I look at it. So my job's not that great, and it really doesn't pay too well, but it puts food on the table. I'm cooked, I'm cooked. Why did I do that? There's a grenade, there's a grenade. I'm cooked. It's a family company, and not so much of one. Yeah, I agree with that. You know, food on the table and roof over the head. My job, like, it doesn't pay well, but it has really good benefits, and it like, housing is one of the benefits, and so we get a house, which is kind of cool. checking the. Yeah, still haven't finished counting. In the morning, yeah. I think last year took them like a week to finish, or not last year, 4 years ago, for the last election. Yeah, they probably went to sleep. They should honestly just cycle through so the counts don't stop. But then again, it really doesn't matter how fast they finish counting, because the inauguration, I don't remember when it is. I think it's January 20th is when the inauguration is. And so as long as they finish before then, I guess. I don't really know how it works. Ouch. Am I cooked? I'm cooked. Nope. What is up with them and all these grenades? This is insane. Is that one gonna give me? Nope. So that's kind of a tough question. I don't mind too much talking about politics, but I prefer not to really give my opinion, if that makes sense. I can tell you either way. Like I'm not upset whoever wins. I know it's pretty much guaranteed at this point, but there's a lot of the times people, you know, end up crying, but it really isn't that big of a deal. Rights are not going to be taken away, I promise you. Yeah, it doesn't make a difference. Like, yeah, there are changes. Changes will happen every time somebody gets into office. There will be changes, but it's not like your rights are not going to be restricted. So I hate politics nowadays because it's very straight away from what it used to be, like 30, 40 years ago. Nowadays, politics is very corrupt. People lie, and on both sides, you know, you have like extremists on each side that will lie, and then you have people that aren't extremists that believe the lies of the extremists, and then it just creates tension. And I feel like, you know, the country just needs to come together and be able to have a political conversation about opinions without getting heated. Yeah, it was easier in the 4 years of Trump than as a blue collar worker. Yeah, because I'm blue collar as well, so I completely agree. But and once again, rights will not be restricted. I mean, he was president 4 years ago. For 4 years, and I feel like people are given the same reaction the first time he got elected, where they're crying about not being able to marry somebody of the same gender, or not being able to transition if they want to, but that's just not true. Like, that people can still do the stuff they want. Nothing is gonna change that's going to immediately affect anyone. Yeah, prices are what I'm looking forward to the most. Cause I was his first 4 years I was a kid when he got, or not a kid, a teenager when he got elected, and then I was in, I think I was 17 or 18. I don't remember. And then I spent 2 years in Japan and 2 years in Germany. And the Trump-Biden election was while I was in Germany, so I really didn't spend much time as an adult with him in office, with Trump in office. Ooh. Yeah, I don't speak. What language is that? Is that Russian? Ukrainian? I don't know. I don't know what you're saying. But all the LGBTQ or whatever are afraid Trump is gonna put them in camps and take over. Yeah, it's just not gonna happen. I don't know. That's why I hate politics. Is I don't know where it came from, and you can try and like talk to those people and explain that nobody wants to take their rights away, but you have the extremists that use that as like a selling point to vote for my party and not the other party. And then you have the not so extremists, but just the gullible people that believe it, but then they will also like argue that point. And they'll post like AI generated TikTok videos of him saying these things and believe it as if it's factual. I don't know. It's kind of stupid. Yeah, it's hard to generalize an entire population. So I agree. Not everyone thinks that, but at least the people that come across my For You page on TikTok, I guess because it generates views. Just seen a lot of complaining, and that's on both sides, 100% on both sides. Ooh. I will say though, I've found a surprising number in the last couple of months, a surprising number of LGBTs endorsing the right side, like the Republican side, which was definitely nice to see, because one of the left's biggest selling points was LGBTQ rights. But I don't know. Once again, I hate politics. But I do agree that, one of the things that make our country great is the right of opinion. And when people crap on your opinion because you don't share the same political views, it definitely upsets me, because people obviously should be entitled to an opinion, regardless of how messed up an opinion is. As long as, like, actions are different. Actions, obviously, there's laws against actions, but an opinion, even if it's messed up, I think people are entitled to it personally. But when you start acting on some of the more messed up opinions, that's when it gets a little bad. Oh, that is Grenade. Yeah, no one should actually freak out about another's opinion. Yeah, completely agree. Once again, even if it's messed up, I still think people are entitled to. And actions, once again, actions are different. People should not be able to act upon certain opinions. That's why we have laws preventing that. Oh, that's a lot of people. Yeah, I'm cooked. Oh, that's a teammate. Sorry. So many people thought Kamala would win. In reality, her chances were pretty slim. So that's another one of my biggest flaws about politics is people will only listen to one side, and I hate the news because each news source is very like one-sided. But I listen to multiple sources so I can understand, you know, both sides. And people who wanted, if you paid attention, people who wanted Kamala to win thought she was definitely going to win, and people who wanted Trump to win thought he was definitely going to win. And it's because people only listen to their news source, so all they think everyone, you know, is on their side because they only listen to one side of things. And that's how it always is. Everyone always thinks their candidate is 100% going to win because people are blind. Make sure I write both sides down if I feel like the election is gonna get interesting. Yeah. I didn't. Like I said, I listened to both sides. And this time in particular, I did think Trump was gonna win. I didn't think it was gonna be a landslide, but I definitely thought he was gonna win from everything I've seen up to this point. But I also thought he was going to win in 2020. But I was a little more closed-minded back then. 4 years, you can develop a lot in 4 years mentally. My pet peeve is when they say they aren't blind but still only listen to one side. Exactly. Yeah, honestly, that's BS. So, like, if you go to one side or the other and you bring up a point about your side and they're like, oh, you listen to, like, if you're on the right, you listen to Fox News, or if you're on the left, you listen to CNN. But when they say that, they should also at least listen to that news source too, so you can compare and contrast, because guarantee you, no matter what you're listening to, your news source is lying to you 100%. And that should be illegal. It should be illegal to feed misinformation. Oh, I'm cooked. Nope, I'm not. I don't know why it isn't illegal. News sources should be fact-checked. Oh, I think I ran past where I was supposed to go. Wait, no, I didn't. Yeah, maybe one day we will all get along. That would be ideal. To be honest, apparently, where I am in Kentucky, I've heard a lot about kids genuinely using litter boxes. What? Because they can't afford a toilet? I've never heard about kids using litter boxes. I feel like diplomatically, though, we're better off in office with President-elect, or almost President-elect Trump. Oh my God. It's because maybe they just didn't advertise it much, but I don't really recall Biden interacting with some of the other world leaders as much as Donald Trump did during his term. Like a school being a furry or whatever. Oh, it's like they're taking being a furry to the next level. I can't imagine using a litter box. I have 3 cats. Our litter box is always putrid. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Well, this coffee's actually helping my heartburn. I'm gonna make a sprint for there and hope that I don't die. I'm cooked. Kids should not be able to learn about things like that at any age. About what? Being a furry? Yeah. I don't think kids really learn about it. It's kind of weird. Because if you think about it, it was a thing when I was a kid. And I've been out of school for a little bit. But kids, I guess, when I was in school, yeah, there were furries. They formed groups. There were like cliques of furries. And I think they learn it from each other. And so you can't really, as a parent, how do you discipline a kid for like wearing a tail to school? That's kind of like a touchy subject. I agree that like I don't think kids should be doing that because it's weird. But how do you handle that? I'm not a parent, so I don't know what I would do in that situation if my kid said they wanted to be an animal. But there's this whole thing where they sexualize animals as well, which is kind of disgusting. Yeah, I don't know. If I ever have a kid that wants to be part animal, I can let you guys know how I handle it, but oh man. My school is too small to have furries. Yeah, we our school is kind of mediocre in size. I grew up in a farm town, but we had like one of the bigger schools in the area. If mine did, they would probably get bullied out of school, but I'm out of school now. Yeah, I think they did get bullied. I don't know. I don't really have friends in school. I kind of kept to myself because I'm like autistic and super antisocial, and so I didn't like. I had friends, just not too many, and so if people would like talk crap about other people, I wouldn't really pay attention. I had other stuff going on. I had games to play. Oh, I can use this? Yes, please. Never mind, that's actually really bad. Okay. I grew up in a ranch town with the smallest school in the area. Yeah, we had an area not too far. I think it was called J. I don't remember, because I haven't lived there in 8 years, but there were like bigger farm areas, and the town I grew up in was like kind of like a not as big into farming, so it's kind of like the city of the area. But I grew up on a farm. We had like 8 acres. We had chickens, like a garden, all that fun stuff. But then you went like an hour in one direction. I don't remember where, and you'd see nothing but like farmland. And that school, you know, I'm sure was really small. I actually used to go to that area after I graduated, like before I left home, because there was a cemetery and I wanted to be a ghost hunter. And I think it was called, the cemetery was called Coon Hill, and you had to walk. We always went at night. You had to walk like an hour, or it's not an hour, a mile through the woods to get to the cemetery, because it was like in the middle of the woods. It was terrifying. And so we used to go up to like the farm area to go to that cemetery. I think it's obvious they do still get bullied. Yeah. Just catching up on the chat because I was rambling. Ouch, 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 ouch. I really want to use that flak gun, but I don't know if I can because I'm probably gonna die. Am I supposed to shoot these things? I really want to use that. I wanted to be a ghost hunter too, or hunt for Bigfoot. Yeah, I live in a small town. Being a ghost hunter is still something I want to do, because like I've had my own sort of paranormal experiences, which made me want to kind of hunt for more, because you kind of get a thrill doing that sort of stuff, but it's terrifying. Like I don't want to act like I'm brave or anything, because I'm not. That stuff is scary. I used the Ouija board before, and it actually works, which is also terrifying. Did it really? What did it say? That's terrifying. Thrown across the room. So the Ouija board, we kind of had a unique experience with it. For like 3 days, we used it. We kept using the same Ouija board in the same place, which was our house, which is like one of the things you're not supposed to do. One of the rules: don't use it in your own house. And for 3 days, we were talking to the same entity who went by the name of John. John, he had a last name. I don't remember his last name. And I remember I was doing research because we were asking him a bunch of questions that like you're not supposed to ask, and we had no experience with the Ouija board, so I don't know what we're supposed to not do. And so we were asking him questions like about the afterlife and whatever. And I remember to this day, this was like a year and a half ago. I remember to this day, we asked him like about things like, you know, heaven, what comes after, and he said that there's this place called Amazon, and it was spelled Amezon, and the key letter in there was Z. And so I ended up, you know, doing research and all this stuff. I couldn't find anything on it, and then I came across the YouTube video talking about a demon that haunts Ouija boards, and he had a particular name which I'm not going to say because you're not supposed to say it. And there are like signs that this particular demon is like using your board, and every single sign that this demon had was like every single sign that this demon was supposed to have had is, you know, we experienced on the board. And so like we went to the board that night because we started to get kind of scared, you know, chills going down, is that we might have been talking to a demon. And remember 3 days prior to this, he said his name was John. We were talking to the same guy the entire time that we thought was John. And so we went back to the board, activated it because I needed closure, and you're not supposed to use it by yourself, so I didn't. But we went back to the board, activated it, and the first question I asked that time was, are you John? And the puck like slid to yes. And the second question was, are you sure you're John? And then still goosebumps to this day, like very slowly slid over to no. And so I said, you know, goodbye right after that, slid it over, and then never used that board again. You're not supposed to destroy it. We like taped it up and left it by a dumpster. And so hopefully nobody else ended up using it. But that was a very scary and true story. Yeah, it was I still think about it to this day. That was terrifying. But I keep thinking about, who is shooting at me? I keep thinking about how lucky we got. We got insanely lucky because that particular demon will trick people into continuing to talk to him. I don't want to say the word possessed because I don't know if that's accurate, but he does something. Like I know a lot of people who have contact with him end up getting very unlucky, and they'll like meet their demise in various ways, like car accidents or whatever. But you need to like continuously talk to him, and so once again, we got very lucky, not knowing anything about this particular demon. Stumbling across that YouTube video might have saved our lives. Maybe, I don't know. We put a Bible on our like desk that night and just left it there. So that might have also been what kept him away. But you know, they say that a Ouija board is like some subconscious activity where you don't realize you're sliding the puck, but you're doing it yourself. But like some of the signs that you were talking to this particular demon is like the puck keeps going in like a rainbow pattern or an infinity sign, or he keeps going to the letter Z, because his name has 2 Z's in it, and you know, Amazon, and I can't remember his last name, the last name he gave us, but it had a Z. I don't remember his last name. Yeah, I can't think of the last name that he gave us for John. No, it didn't. Mbiggy. I don't remember his last name. But it had a Z. And so that it couldn't have been subconscious because we didn't know about this particular demon. But for all the signs to be there, it's just, I don't know, it was insane. How was it spelled again? You spelled it right. Amezon. Amezon. Yeah, that's, he said that his wife was still alive. Or wait, maybe he said she was dead. I don't know. A lot of the questions. But like, he was very, you could tell when he was getting frustrated, because I remember asking, yeah, so he said his wife was dead. And we asked if his wife was with him in this Amazon place. And he said no. And then we asked if like she was in hell. He said no. And then I think I wanted to like try and figure out more about his wife. So I asked like if his wife was a good person. And it like very slowly slid to no. It was a very scary experience. Yeah, you can't just like leave though. I mean you can say goodbye, slide it to goodbye and leave, but we did it in our house. We've moved since then, fortunately, but you're not supposed to do it in your house. I didn't know that. And they possess Ouija, like a particular board. So if you have an interaction with a demon on a board, you're not supposed to use that board anymore. So we have never touched that. Well, we left it by a dumpster, taped it up, left it by a dumpster, put a note on it that said don't use. If you could investigate one place, where would it be? A prison, an abandoned prison, I think would be really cool. Or an insane asylum, somewhere big. But if I went somewhere really big, I'd have to have a group of people. I'm way too scared to do that by myself, and even with just one other person, I feel like it's too small. I'm gonna look that up right quick, see if I get something on it. I did look it up, and I never found anything. Maybe there is something, I don't know. I feel like if it's the same demon who's talked to other people, at least one other person would have had the same response from him, but I don't know. A road trip? That would be fun. Maybe for like a 10,000 follower special or something, I can invite everyone to some place somewhere. Am I the Marines? This is Hacksaw Ridge, I think. What? That's so cool. I've been to Hacksaw Ridge in real life. Where am I supposed to go?
Thanks for the
24-hour stream. Lionhearted, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. 24-hour stream in a haunted prison. Ooh. For like 10,000 followers, maybe? I could do that. I just gotta find a really cool place, though. I don't know if I could find a prison. Somewhere, pretty much anywhere. I could do. Anywhere haunted that people wouldn't mind me staying in for 24 hours. Oops. Yeah, the coffee's definitely working. My heartburn's almost completely gone. I'm sure if I stopped drinking, I thought it was gonna come back. Ouch. What am I supposed to do? So apparently from what I got, Amaze Sun is not a place in heaven, it is a place in hell, is a place, as for a place of. You spelled, I don't know if you spelled it wrong when you searched it, but just in that message that you just sent, you spelled it wrong. It's Amezon. Demons trick you and bring you further from God. Well, I believe it. Yeah, he said it wasn't heaven, but he described it as being beautiful, which is right in line with somebody trying to trick you. But we have definitely, since that incident, oh man, I'm cooked. Oh, gotten closer with God. Because I felt like he was looking after us that day. Or during that, like, 3-day period. Because for us to just stumble across that YouTube video that explained everything to us was not just luck. This coffee's starting to work its way right through me. I have to fart really bad. But most demons you come across and you ask them about heaven, it's mostly going to bring you further from God. Yeah, that is what we have figured out and been fortunate enough to have survived. Ouch, 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 ouch. Yeah, and see, I didn't know. Like, I've always been religious, but I've never gone to church. Oh man, I don't know what started it, but maybe about a week ago, me and my wife started reading the Bible together. We're reading, like, on average, a chapter a day. We're just in Genesis right now, and we're like kind of substituting it for praying right now because we don't know pretty much anything. I think we're at Noah right now. Noah's flood. Last Sunday I was busy with stuff, but she went to church for the first time. I'm gonna start going with her as well. Cause I don't too much like to talk about politics or religion on stream, but having a spiritual connection with a higher power is a very powerful feeling. Do you ever get this when you read the Bible, but it's when the Bible starts reading you? I don't know. I read it out loud because, like, man, we're reading it together. So, like, she'll be right next to me, and I'll be reading whatever chapter we're on. Don't pray out loud. Why do you say that? So, don't pray out loud unless you hold hands with family. Yeah, can you explain why? I'm new to this, like, becoming a little more spiritual, so if you could explain that to me, that'd be great. But you don't have to pray with family. I think me and her are probably gonna be praying together. But when you pray in a group, hold hands. Yeah, why do you say that though? Hello. Because the people that pray to the devil in groups don't hold hands and all speak out loud. Interesting. Well, I will take that to heart. I will take your advice. I think this Sunday it's probably going to be my first time ever going to church, I think. I don't remember ever going. I had a family that was very big into allowing people to make their own decisions, like allowing us to make our own political and religious opinions. And so if I had ever asked to go to church, they definitely would have let me, but I was a kid and I would have rather played video games, and so I never ended up going. But I don't know what my parents' religion were. That's how you know that they were good, because I can't tell you what my parents' religions were. I know my dad took a Bible study class in college, but it also could have been for an easy grade. I don't know. What? I have to redo that entire thing? I'm about to go to bed though. Yeah, I'm probably gonna stop streaming soon because I'm getting tired. So I'll play something else that'll keep me more awake. Yeah, next time I die, I'm gonna hop on. Oh, that's a grenade. I'll just kind of rush through this until I die. It's a grenade. Alright, sounds good, Coco. And how do you want me to say your name? 8USC. How should I say your name? Oh. Just call it UC4. Alright. Can do. Well, you take care. I think Coco already left. Thank you guys for keeping me company, though. I do appreciate that. And listening to all my crazy stories about ghosts. Did not mean to pick up his gun. There were more than one person in there. I'm supposed to do there. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna. Oh, it's safe. Nice. I'm gonna call it a day. Go do something else to stall for 2 hours until I have to go to work. But thanks again, and yeah, you too, C4. Take care.